And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. Well, we are producing engines, producing electric engines. I haven't hooked them up yet, just because I want to get this sorted out before I mess with any of that. I'm going to kind of do a different design, I think. I'm going to come up with a different design for my robots, because the speed of crafting is so vastly different between the frames and the actual robots themselves. I've always just done like a 1-for-1. So a one robot frame to one robot assembler. However, that doesn't really prove fruitful or fast because the crafting time on the robots are much faster, 0.5 versus 20. So I'm able to produce robots much faster than frames. So I'm going to do something like I did here, where I have a bunch of frame constructors to my robot constructors. And to do that, I think what I'm going to do is basically... how do I want to do this? I want to bring the ingredients in to build the robots. I want to build 10 frames. And because there's 2 different types of robots, that's 5 frames a piece, which still isn't perfect. I could do 40 of the frame construction, but I don't have the engine capacity to do that. The engines produce at the same speed as the frames produce, and so that is a losing prospect. So if I want frames fast, what I'm thinking is I can probably get away with building them right here. We're getting so close to the edge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are the 10 frames. And I think those are in intermediate. Okay, so those I need to route somewhere to where I build the robots and allow it to also upgrade the robots to the next levels. Because the next level is, let's see, let me do a quick check. So the first level, construction robot or logistics robot, they're the same in as much as they need the level 1 frame. They do need different circuit boards though, and that these first levels need 2 different types of circuits, which we can do. It's just tedious to get the boards up there. But I'm thinking routing these up and using this space for the actual construction of the robots. Because I can, let's see, if I want 1, 2, 3. So let's say I put them up here. This is going to be kind of tricky because I need to be able, with the next level, I need to be able to route the first level into the next level. Because if you look at the advanced in the next level, all it takes is the frame and the previous robot to do. So I actually don't need any more circuits or anything like that. I just need access to the initial level or the previous level. But I do need the new frames. So I'm thinking a system like this for every type of frame, and the frames can get routed up into the actual robots. So how that will look, again, 1, 2, 3. If I do, it's tight, but something like that. So this will be, I actually haven't researched it yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Flight, let's research. So this will be the level 1s, and the frames will come up here. Okay, the level 2s will come up right here. Those frames can come in this direction. Okay, and then I can just put a long-armed inserter and go move them up. And the next level obviously will go up like that, and the next level after that will continue to go up. But we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Don't want to do that. Okay, so these need actually 4 ingredients, which means we have the ability to bring them all in like this. Oh no, I don't want to do this. Let's bring them in like this. And then the output from here, I moved it over enough. The output can go up like this. Now, the other ingredient that these need is the circuits. And for that, I think I'm just going to run 2 lines all the way up for those. So these are going to be these ingredients here. So because they're so close, let's do the first one here. And that will get routed up to that side. This one can get routed right here. And I don't need the batteries on me, so let's just dump those. Like that. It's kind of messy, but it should work. And this then can go around like that. That way we get robots, we get the engines and all the stuff that we need from that side. How many? Oh, I got plenty of belt. And we get the other ingredients, which is steel and circuits. And I know it uses more circuits than steel, but the crafting time is so high that it doesn't really matter at this point. And again, we're going to need circuits are going to be a little messy down here. So I'm going to want to bring those up right here. So let's do steel right here. Okay, and we got to manage this whole process again. And that should reach. And we should get steel just like that. Now the circuits, on the other hand, right here and here. I think 1 more, 2 more undergrounds will do it. One more did it. So this will get branched off. And we're producing these blue circuits much faster than anything else. I mean, the crafting speed on these is 2.25, and it's only a 1 second. So we're actually doing it in less than half of a second. We're actually able to craft these. If we were able to get the ingredients. And I do need to upgrade all of this with fast inserters or fast longs, just to make sure. Oh, of course. Just to make sure we're producing them the fastest I can possibly produce. Because I want to make sure we're very, very speedy. And let's replace any regular inserters with fast inserters. Don't really have express inserters yet. That is something high on my wanted list because they are so awesome. And let's pull in the solder also fast. And I mean the output, this is really the limiter right here. So that's the only issue with that. But we're able to produce them pretty fast. Let's go finally hook up the engines now that we've created the system and we've got a good backlog of engines. I wanted a really good backlog because this will drain all those engines pretty fast, and it's nice to have a good buffer. Okay, so engines are on the way. We have circuits, steel, batteries, now engines. The remaining part is simply all of, and the research is done, so let us start with construction robots. And we're going to need 10 long-handed inserters to put out the result. Just like so. The last step is power. And let's do the outsides. Because I should be able to link it up just like that. And a few more of those. And some lights so y'all can see. All right, so close. Are these even making it? Oh yeah, they're making them. I don't mind that they're only on one side of the belt. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. One thing that I can do to help myself here, because one of these actually takes the blue circuits. So construction robots finished. Let's do flight and logistics robots. So the logistics robots take the white boards. And so let's do the logistics robots here and the construction robots here. That way, with the blue boards, I can just do a little trick with the underground belts. If you notice, an underground belt actually blocks the half of the belt that you would kind of assume that it blocks. So you can place one here and it will suck those in. If you want to pull the opposite side, so I want to actually push these out into here, you just reverse it and it will spit out that side and it will put them in here. Granted, we don't need them here, but that's okay. That's a little a little bit of waste. It'll never be used, but it'll never have to craft them again. So once they're crafted, they're done. Now let's just load these in, and I need the white. These over here. I need these to come over here. I could just route a couple of these over. That is very doable. I'm not sure if I want to do that though, or actually bring them all the way up from way down here. I kind of just want to route them from over here, just for the sake of simplicity. So right along this line is all I need them. So let's actually go down, capture 2 of these outputs. Oh yeah, and I now have an odd number of these, which, you know, kind of is inconvenient, but I don't really sweat it. I'll probably end up using that trick somewhere else. And this I'll just bridge for now. That space in between I might use for something else. But for now, I just... Does that actually put them on the board? It does. But it's kind of tricky. Okay, now we just need some power over here. That's pretty good. And let's just throw some light for future sake. So now we've got robots. Do we have the roboport? We do. So we are well on our way to having a functional logistics system. Now, how do I want to set this up is the question. Not 100% sure. The last game, you know, the previous bot-only playthrough I did with this worked out so well. The roboports all aligned to a perfect grid, and it was so nice not to have to deal with, you know, moving stuff or something being in the way. Just worked out so well. I'd hate for that to be ruined. So let's put out into 2 chests. Let's limit it to 2 stacks. And here we go. So this will just process all of these. It'll use up all of the frames that we've built, because these produce way faster than these. Oh, that was a big attack. Yeah, I'm starting to get attacked pretty regularly. If we look at our pollution levels, I mean, the pollution is hitting the bases. They're forming and sending attacks. There's an attack right there that probably crashed against my walls. So we're getting attacked pretty regularly now, and they're not getting pretty close though, which is good. They haven't evolved to the point where they're getting really deadly. So we've got robots. Let's see if we can figure out a good placement for these. I don't think there will be. So I would like to kind of start it in the most complex area and go from there. So I really wish we could logistics system, that'll be nice. The next robot is needs aluminum. We're not producing aluminum right now. That's tree farming, robot speed. I know there is another level of roboport. I'm just not sure what unlocks it. So those are just the robots. Logic. I definitely need to start the power armor chain. That's going to be really tough though. Well, anyway, I'm not sure what unlocks. There it is. Modular roll ports. So I could actually do this right now. Steel. I've got plenty of steel. Now double our area. So let me research this and we'll kick off next episode with the start of a logistics system, which is exciting. It'll help a little bit in moving our material around. But that'll be it for this episode. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.